I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah. Hey, look, I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Trying to build my own city, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Just start a couple business on it. Fuck any heathen, never shitting on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my rear view. Gold rolls, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes and all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas, they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Don't get up out of bounds, homie. Got killers with them rounds on them. Look like I'm fed from the drum. Look, don't make me make the reaper rain down on them. I can give a fuck if you rock blue. And I was Sue Woo from the Fruittown crew. Cops still shoot us every time we move. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me too. Just know that brotherhood is a weapon. Build another zone, then protect it. Too many sisters in the city been molested. Now I'm stacking soldiers off the block like it's Tetris. Woo! Know that truth, it give you chills, don't it? Steady ringing in your ears, won't it? If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Yeah. To all them children that grew up with parents strung out on drugs. Yeah. I just wanna bow. Hope you do too. And I hope you do too. Yeah. Man, to the brother that had a real and she left him for whatever reason. Yeah. I just wanna bow. I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, that had that nigga leave her. Yeah. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Some of my niggas is locked up. I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see the light of day. Yeah, I just wanna bow. Yeah, I just wanna bow. This for my people. This for my people. Yeah, this for my people. This for my people. This for my people. Yeah, this for my people. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck him. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck him. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck him. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man. Painted by the Spanish, did a whole lot of damage. Shit was outlandish, banks got branded. Split up all the families, then shipped across the Atlantic. So many died from the famine. Threw the dead bodies overboard, sharks ate them like salmon. I know you can't stand it, I spit the truth, goddammit. Big business got managed, dig it double back. Came to pick up all the blacks. Whips beat up our back, we never got to relax. Pretend to set us free, but then you double back without a crack. The type of games that you play, 80 keep it real, I ain't going for it. Beat a couple court cases, had a warrant for it. Told my mama if I ever did time, I'ma raise up the whole yard. Had my lawyer like, oh Lord, district attorney added more charges. No problem, I ain't tripping, thumbing through the scriptures. Muhammad said the Lord with your boy, that's a small issue. Bounce back out the rebound, UPK got the heat now. They done let me off the leash now, teaching in the streets now. A part of Lost Tribe South, but it started in the East now. Look, this for my people, this for my people. Yeah, this for my people, this for my people. This for my people, yeah, this for my people. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck him. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck him. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck him. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck him. This for my people, this for my people. Yeah, this for my people, this for my people. This for my people.
man, fuck the white 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 man, fuck.
Yeah. But I took an oath that I'ma stand up and blaze the truth on any motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving, got the feds, get a violence in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. So cold-blooded, but the hoes love it. Posted with the low stugging. In 15, I got caught up in the wrong spot. The cop tried to whoop me till my nose blooded. Now I'm fighting back. Suit up all my niggas in that black. Troopers with them killers in the cat. Catch me on the corner going hard with them motherfucking facts. Blaze on your bitch ass. Drop the truth for change, then I get cash. Bring it to the table, then we split that. It's that nation building flow to make the dead turn their neck like a whiplash. Now bury me a priest. Up at night, I never.
You're gonna stay here. Let me slip over here. Hey, what's going on, brother? You can hear me? What's going on, brother? You can hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. 1, 2, mic check. Check. Let me get a 1 from home if y'all can hear us. Brother, you can hear me? Alright, let me check this out. Bear with us. We got a couple of things going on tonight. We getting 1s from everybody at home. Alright, so y'all can hear us loud and clear. I just gotta make sure that the brother we're going to be debating can hear us. I have not been able to hear him yet. Brother, I don't know if you're aware, your mic might be muted. Hey, what's going on? You can hear me? Okay, yeah, I'm trying to get the camera up. Can you hear the audio, though? I think that's because yours is muted. If maybe try unmuting, you might be able to hear. Okay, yeah, yours says muted.
Yeah, no, I had muted my mic.
Check. Can you hear ours or no?
No, I don't hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Okay, I hear you now. All right, cool. For the people listening at home, just bear with us for a minute while we get a couple of technical difficulties squared out here. All right, hold on. Let me pull out the studio and then come back in, all right?
Facebook, maybe if you follow me or something, you see.
I follow you, but I don't get the notification. I think you
How did I block you? You control your notification. Let's say you're not technologically advanced.
All right, so this him right here.
All right.
Peace.
Hey, you guys can hear us now?
I can hear him, yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. That's what it was right there. So let me come over here to the screen share. Boom. We should be on now. All right, there we go.
All right, so we're gonna go. We're going live.
All right, I'm gonna mute my mic.
All right, y'all.
Peace and assalamu alaikum, family. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV from Changing the Black Narrative. And if you would like to join on,
All right, so we had a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning.
Your own and be yourself,
We all live. We good to go. We got our guest in the house.
At malcolmflex19@gmail.com. And if you would like a subscription to the Final Call newspaper,
Check.
you can also go to finalcall.com because the
it is,
Final
actually.
Call newspaper has been within the black
Which one?
community for years.
No, the iPhone's
and
down
has
here.
changed and saved a lot of lives. It has saved minds, for example. And if you would like to hear the latest lectures and webcasts by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and his students of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you can also go to NOI.org. So if you would like to accept your own and be yourself, I will do my best to direct you to your local mosque and nearest study group.
They doing their
This is
announcements
your
right
brother,
now, right?
Malcolm Flex TV. Peace and assalamu alaikum. All right, we back, family. Just had to do that quick intro.
No sweat. I understand.
Peace to the brother Tazaryach, Captain
Hey,
Tazaryach.
Shalom, Mark. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing fine, my brother.
All right, nice to meet y'all, man. Good to meet
Nice
y'all.
to meet you as well. I got our brother Evan X on the line,
Okay.
and this is my brother, also representing the Nation of Islam.
Okay, perfect. Will we see them on the screen?
I'm gonna pull them up right here. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of different devices just rolling. So hold on.
Okay. Oh yeah, I could see them on that screen there.
Concept.
Okay, so they got two.
All right. Yeah, I think one of them was just there for moderation purposes or whatever the case may be, right? So just so y'all know, we are here today. You understand? I ended up talking to this brother on Clubhouse. Clubhouse has been a very beneficial. It's changed already.
Oh.
It's been a very beneficial app for the truth. You understand?
You sure?
And what's up?
I don't see it. I just
I changed it on there.
you changed it on?
Brother Evan.
So from there, you understand that's how all of this ended up coming about. So the topic for the evening is the Bible and the Quran. You understand? Can you follow both? Do they contradict? Which one is the authority? I believe that we agreed on 2 15-minute rounds as well as a 10-minute rebuttal and a Q&A at the end where we have a little bit of a back and forth, right? I think we agreed, since I believe a challenge came from your direction, that you were going to take the first round.
Yes, sir.
All right, so if you could, just before we begin, this is not timed or anything, if you could just give a little bit of an introduction, you understand, where you come from, and then basically, you know what I'm saying, what your premise is, if you can give the people a little bit of an introduction.
All praises is due to Allah. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV, your brother out of from the Nation of Islam out of Los Angeles, California. And yeah, you know, I'm a student, you know, of all the books. You know, we believe in all of the prophets and all the books that were revealed to them, you know. And I think that this can be a very fruitful discussion tonight. You know, we only deal with sources, we only deal with receipts, and we only deal with the truth. You know, I'm not here representing myself. You know, I'm representing the Nation of Islam, and you know, it's going down tonight. So to all of my subscribers, all of my brothers and sisters who follow me on Facebook and YouTube, let's please share this video. Let's get this video out. And let's fill the room up. You know, it's going to be a great discussion. You know, I've been kind of waiting years to have this discussion with one of my Hebrew Israelite brothers. And we finally got a brother to step up to the plate. All praises due to Allah.
Yeah, we definitely don't shy away from challenges, you know what I mean, and or whatever the case may be, discussions and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? We always down to either for a discussion or a battle. But with that being said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set. Hold on one second. What's up, Cap?
Set your timer too, brother Evan.
No, so I got that. So what I'm
I'm
gonna
ready
do
to
is
go over here.
I'm gonna go ahead and set up a timer. So you have 15 minutes of uninterrupted time, and then after that I'll go and your time will begin whenever you start speaking, brother. The floor is yours.
Okay, yes, sir. Let me share my screen first.
All right, get yourself
And
set up.
get to my PowerPoint.
So y'all know I'm keeping time on my end too. So
All right, we're gonna go ahead and mute our mic. So the floor is yours. All right.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's get it. Let's go. Can you believe in the Bible and the Quran, or is it a contradiction? I say no. One thing is, because we are the new people of the covenant, of the new covenant, if your interpretation doesn't match up with the timeline, you have to go back and fix your interpretation. And that's my argument to my Hebrew Israelite brothers, because we believe that they are the people of the new covenant, but they teaching the old covenant doctrine. Why do I say that? Because there's a revelation timeline. In that revelation timeline, we'll start it at Abraham. Why? Because he's the father of the Abrahamic faiths, who the Most High made his first promise or covenant. I won't say first promise or covenant, but made, you know, starting with Abraham with the Abrahamic faiths, right? Then to Moses around 3,500 years ago. He was the prophet of the Israelites who the Most High made his covenant. Then Jesus, 2,000 years ago, he was a prophet who spoke prophecies and parables. Then we got Prophet Muhammad of 1,400 years ago, the prophet of the Arabian Gentiles. And then we also have Elijah Muhammad, the messenger of the new covenant. Okay, so one thing that our brothers don't understand is that these three books come out of a big book, a bigger book. In the Quran, we call it al-Kitab, or the mother book, or the mother of the books. And there's a verse in the Holy Quran, Surah 13, 38 through 39. We did send apostles before thee, and appointed for them wives and children. And it was never the part of an apostle to bring a sign except as God permitted or commanded. For each period is a book revealed. For each period is a book revealed. God does blot out or confirm what he pleases. With him is the mother of the book. So the Torah and Tanakh, when we read in the Holy Quran, it says, surely we revealed the Torah having guidance and light. By it did the prophets who submitted themselves to Allah judge for the Jews and the rabbis and the doctors of law, because they were required to guard the book of Allah. Then the gospel, it refers to it and it says, and we sent after them in their footsteps Jesus, Son of Man, verifying that which was before him of the Torah, and we gave him the gospel containing guidance and light, and verifying that which was before it of the Torah, and a guidance and an admonition for the dutiful. And then, of course, we have the Holy Quran that was also revealed in the same chapter, just a couple verses after the gospel. So all three of these books come out of a bigger book. And just to confirm it with the Bible, in Hebrews 10:7, it says, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. What is the volume of the book? What does it mean to be the volume of the book? Meaning that it would deal with the whole book. There would be a man who would cover the prophecies of all of the major prophets out of the mother book. Abraham's promises and covenants from the Most High. So Abraham and his descendants are promised by the Most High that Abraham's seeds would be exceedingly great nation before either child was even born. So when you go to Genesis chapter 12, verses 2 through 3, okay, God is making a covenant with Abraham with his seeds. So many of the times our Hebrew Israelite brothers only deal with Isaac, but Ishmael is mentioned several times being made a great nation. And not only Ishmael was even referenced, but there was an angel on 2 occasions who visited Abraham and who visited Hagar and told them about the coming of Ishmael. And angels only really do that for people who has a significant purpose, like when they did it for Jesus, when they did it for John the Baptist, when they did it to Isaac. When a great person is being born, and a lot of times you see in the scriptures, angels is going to their parents, letting them know that that great child will be born. Okay, so now, why did I say that the Hebrew Israelites are the people of the new covenant, but they teaching old covenant teachings? Because the Jews broke the Mosaic covenants. Purpose of the Mosaic covenant. The Mosaic covenant made with Moses and the Israelite people at the Horeb Sinai, which is found in Exodus 9, chapters 19 through 24. And the book of Deuteronomy contains the foundation of the written Torah and the oral Torah. In this covenant, God promises to make the Israelites his treasured possession among all people, Exodus 19:5, and the kingdom of priests and a holy nation. If they follow God's commandments as part of the terms of this covenant, if they follow God's commandments as part of the terms of this covenant, God gives Moses the 10 commandments in Exodus 24:8. These are later established or elaborated in the rest of the Torah. So there are terms of having this covenant with the Most High. But Israel broke them. At one point, Israel was the apple of the Most High's eye. But Israel began to break laws, commandments, and murder the prophets. So when you look at the bottom here are all of the Bible verses where they murdered the prophets. So here's some verses right here. It says, they provoked him. This is Deuteronomy 32:16 through 21. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to God, to gods whom they knew not, the new gods that came newly, whom your fathers feared not. So when you go down a little bit to verse 20, it says, and he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. They have moved me to jealousy. Why jealousy? Because in Exodus, God said that he was a jealous God. So they said they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. and I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. So who are these people that the Bible is referring to that is considered a foolish nation? And Jesus said in Matthew 21:43, therefore I say unto you, the kingdom of God shall be taken from you and given to a nation, bringing forth the fruits thereof. And he said unto him, and he said unto him in Luke, I think this one is Luke 16:31. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be dissuaded or persuaded. Right? This part is cut off, but that's what it says at the end. So they didn't even listen to Moses and the prophets. They did not listen to the commandments, and they murdered the prophets. Right? So, but they still teaching old covenant teachings and doctrines, trying to get us to follow those doctrines. But it doesn't apply to us in this time. But who is this foolish nation? This foolish nation was referring to the Arabs. This was the foolish nation. Why? Because they made a covenant with a Gentile prophet. So I have references of Prophet Muhammad being mentioned several times in the Bible and the Holy Quran verifying it. Isaiah 29:12 and Holy Quran, Isaiah 29:12. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this. I pray thee, and he said, I am not learned. So this is given to, there's a book given to a prophet who is illiterate, okay? And the Holy Quran verifies it in 7:157 and 7:139. It says, those who follow the messenger Muhammad, whom they mention in their own scriptures. And it also says, those who follow the messenger, the unlettered prophet, whom they found mentioned in their own scriptures, in the law and the gospel. Okay, so I just mentioned it once in Isaiah, okay, and he was also mentioned in Deuteronomy 18:18, and now John chapter 1:19 through 21.
Just so you know,
and this is
5-minute warning, brother. Just want to give you a heads up.
Yes, thank you. And this is the record of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, who art thou? And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not the Christ. And they asked him, what then? Art thou Elijah? He said, no, I am not. Art thou that prophet? And he answered, no. So they was also referring to a prophet. And in Songs of Solomon 5:6, he's also mentioned as Muhammadan, okay, in the Songs of Solomon. And he's also mentioned in Isaiah chapter 21 down here. So I'm going to keep moving a little forward because I'm running out of time. But Prophet Muhammad is the fulfillment of Isaiah 42, a prophet sent to the Gentiles. Okay, because this chapter is a key component, right? So in Isaiah 42:6, it says, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles. So he's given as a covenant, right? And he's told to sing a new song. So when the Muslims call the Adhan, the call to prayer, they are singing this prayer, giving praise to the Most High all around the world. And the book in Isaiah 42:11, it identifies his location in Arabia, in the Hijaz and in Medina. When it says the villages that Kedar does inhabit. Kedar is in Arabia, who's the second son of Ishmael. And it said, let the inhabitants of the rock sing. But the rock is also translated as Selah. Selah is Mount Selah in the city of Medina, right? But here's the key component. In Isaiah 42, chapter 13, it says he would use this prophet to provoke Israel to jealousy. It says, the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. So I just showed you in the previous slide that there will be a people who the Most High said, and I will move them to jealousy with those which that are not a people. I will move them to anger with the foolish nation. And we know that these people, these Arabs at the time, were idol worshipers. They were pagans. Okay, because in Isaiah 8, Isaiah 42 verses 8 and 17 describes them. And it says, I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory I will not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. So he was not a moon god. The God of the Quran is not a moon god. Okay. And so we are the new people of the covenant. We are dealing with the new covenant now. We are not dealing with the old covenant, trying to hold people to old covenants, because most of our Hebrew Israelite brothers stand on the streets and say they're only dealing with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Well, let's deal with Jeremiah 31.
2 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Let's deal with Jeremiah chapter 31, verses 31 through 33. It says, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers, and I will put Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, in the day that I took them out of the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts and write in it their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. So, and then I got some more stuff. I got some more slides, but due to time, I'm not going to deal with them. Maybe in another section, but that's what I have so far. So how much time do I got? And I could probably just build just a little bit.
You have a minute.
Okay, less than 30 seconds. I got a minute or less.
You got a solid minute left. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So again, I haven't even gotten to the part where the book had been tampered with and the name of Allah has been taken out of the Bible. Okay. So, but what I'm trying to do and show is that, Prophet Muhammad is mentioned all throughout the book. Okay, so yes, it's okay for us to believe in the Bible and the Quran because they are both one and the same, and both gods are the same God. And I'll leave it at that.
All right, he yields with 10 seconds left.
Maybe in the back and forth.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna reset the clock. All right, I don't have any slides, but I'm gonna just get straight into it. As soon as I'm gonna start my time. What's up? Turn yours down. Let me make check. All right, cool. Boom, boom. All right. I appreciate the brother. You understand for what he brought out, and I'm gonna go ahead and start my time now. So, the whole point was, is there contradictions between the two? I didn't hear any of this. It seems as though what you're trying to see is that they both go and paint the same narrative. That's not how this goes. That's why Isaiah 34 and 16 says, seek ye out the book of the Lord. There's only one book of the Lord. That's the scriptures, man. That's the Bible, from Genesis on down to Revelations with the Apocrypha in between. And read, not one of these shall fail. Why does it say not one of these shall fail? Because everything inside these scriptures came to pass. That Quran don't have no prophecies. You understand? But the Bible has been predicting the future for the last 6,000 to 8,000 years. You understand? None shall want her mate. Meaning what? This book don't have a mate. You understand? Ain't nothing that you're going to give me after Revelations that you're going to try to pair with this. The Quran is the new kid on the block. It's real easy to plagiarize someone else's writings when you came around in 622 AD. So this is thousands of years after the Old Testament and about 600 years, give or take, you understand, after the New Testament. For my mouth it had commanded and his spirit had gathered them. The Lord ain't gathered the Quran, straight up and down. So now, Genesis 17 and 16. I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. This is what was said unto Abraham. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant to be God unto thee and for thy seed after thee, right? So let's see if the Quran lines up with this, right? So we're going to go to, hold on one second. This is Surah, hold on. This is Surah 3:83. We believe in God and what he has revealed to us and what has been sent down to Abraham and Ishmael and Isaac and Jacob and their offspring, and what had been revealed to Moses and Jesus and all the other prophets by their Lord. First of all, notice it's calling their Lord, making a direct distinction between the two, because our God is not Allah. You understand? We follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, straight up and down. We make no distinction between them, and we submit to him and obey. Well, here's the thing. This is what the Quran's saying. I told you there was contradictions here. So let's see if there's a distinct difference between Ishmael and Isaac according to the scriptures, because the Quran says there isn't. So now, Genesis 17:19. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. What's his seed after him? You understand? Jacob. Jacob is the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. These 12 tribes is who the covenant was made with. You understand? And as for Ishmael, now remember, a minute ago it says there was no distinction between the two. As for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I shall make him a great nation. I don't hear the covenant. There's a lot of nations on the earth. Listen, even Esau got a blessing. He was blessed with the sword. You understand? It doesn't, just because you get a blessing doesn't mean you got the covenant. Verse 21. But, you understand, meaning what? Conditionally. My covenant will I establish with Isaac. You know what they say? If you hear but in a sentence, it means everything before that don't matter. Ishmael don't matter. Isaac is who the covenant is with. Now I'm going to drop down to Genesis 21. It said it made no distinction. Genesis 21:8. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast, and the same day Isaac was weaned. And Sarah, the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which had borne unto Abraham mocking, wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son. Who's the bondwoman? Hagar. Who's the son? Ishmael. For the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, with Isaac. And this is exactly what happened. Guess what? They got sent packing with some water. You understand? A little bit of trinkets. Here you go. You're gone. I thought there was no difference between the two. You understand? Who's lying here? The Quran or the Bible? Well, since the Bible came first, I would have to say that this is the authority. You understand? And that's why, once again, even the Lord said, listen to your wife in this moment. You understand? Drop down to Genesis 22:1. And it came to pass after all these things that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham. And he said, behold, here I am. And he said, take now thy son, Ishmael? Thine only son, Isaac. Hold on. Is that what this said? Genesis 22:2. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee in the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I shall tend to thee. Everybody knows this story. We don't hear about this about Ishmael. We heard that he would be a wild man. That word translated is a criminal. And that's what he's labeled as today. That's what he is, a wild man. You ever see the videos of them Arabs slicing themselves with the knives and all that crazy nonsense? That's not our people. You understand? So now, this narrative continues to stay inside of the scriptures. This is 1 Chronicles 16:13. O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones. I don't hear Ishmael. I don't hear nobody else mentioned here. But you know what? We know that his servant is Israel. He wanted to bring up Isaiah. What happened in Isaiah? It talked about a servant. Who's the servant? The servant is Israel, ye children of Jacob. This is the seed which came after him, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our God, our possessive pronoun. His judgments are in all the earth. Make sure y'all pay attention to when the Lord's talking about judgments in all the earth. Be ye mindful always of his covenant, which he commanded to 1,000 generations. Don't act like 1,000 generations has passed. Don't act like our covenant went somewhere else. You understand? I'll say that for the rebuttal. Even of the covenant which he made with Abraham and his oath on to Isaac. The Quran said that there was no distinction. The Bible said that was a lie. There is a clear distinction here about our inheritance. Saying unto them, Matter of fact, I skipped a verse. Verse 17. And hath confirmed the same for Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, saying, unto thee will I give the land of Canaan, a lot for your inheritance. Show me where Ishmael was given the land of Canaan. If he got the covenant, show me where the Lord was with him, like he was with Moses, like he was with Joshua, when they took Jericho, when they beat the giants in Ai. Show me that with Ishmael. You can't do it. Where were they at that time? You said it, brother. They were worshiping idols. They had a god. They had 365 gods, one for every day of the year, including that Kaaba stone. You understand? I'm going to drop down to verse 16 and 22, saying, touch, Most High in Christ, touch not mine anointed. Who's the Lord's anointed? He just told you it was Israel. And do no harm to my prophets. First of all, you cannot show me one heathen prophet inside this Bible. You can't do it. Now all of a sudden the Lord's going to open it up to who? To Ishmael? Nah, I don't think so. So we also turned around and he brought up Moses. 1 Kings 8 and 55. And he stood and blessed all the congregation of Israel, not Ishmael, of Israel, with a loud voice saying, blessed be the Lord that hath given rest unto his people Israel, according to all that he promised. Who'd the promise go to? Who'd the covenants go to? This went to Isaac, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? There hath not one failed, word of all his good promise, which he promised by the hands of Moses, his servant. So now, once again, it brought up Moses saying that there was no distinction. What's the distinction with Moses? The promise went to Moses. Moses inherited that land. It was given to Israel. And then Moses gave us the law. Moses gave, and you know what was inside that law? Ain't no other nation gonna rule over us. You understand? When you get in this land, you set a king over you who's from your brethren. Ishmael ain't from our brethren. That's a separate nation. You understand? Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Now, here's something that the Quran did get right. You understand? I could give a little bit credit where credit is due, right? Can't I do that? You understand? Hold on. Let me get this surah for you. So now, we're going to go to Surah 2 and 122. Children of Israel, recall my favor which I bestowed upon you, and I exalt you above the nations of the world. Well, I wonder if the Bible has anything to say about this, right? So this is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people. That word right there is Kodash. It means separate. We're separate from the Ishmaelites. People unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are on the face of the earth. We're not equal with Ishmael. He cast the bondwoman and her son out. He got princes. We got a covenant. We got Canaan. We got the Holy Land. You understand? Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord had spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up out the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Not the world, not the country, not the land, of the earth, of the entire planet. The Lord being very specific here. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together except they be agreed? The Bible and the Quran can't walk together. It's clear that they don't agree. Let's go a little bit further. Now, you wanted to bring up the New Testament, right? That's what we want to do. 5-minute warning for myself. You understand? Romans chapter 9, verse 3. For I wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. This is nation. This is family. All skin folk ain't your kinfolk. I don't care if the Arabs is brown. You understand? Habibi ain't get choked out for selling loose cigarettes and heroin out the bodega, but my brother Eric Gardner did. You can't pair us together. Now, who are these people? Who's his flesh? Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, the glory, the covenants, both covenants. You wanted to pull Jeremiah. Both covenants were given to Israel, and the giving of the law, and the service of God. What's the service of God? The priesthood, the prophets. This wasn't given to any other nation. And the promises. Whose are the fathers? This is a family matter. You understand? Whose are the fathers, and whom concerning as the flesh Christ came. Christ didn't come for no doctrine. He didn't come for no religion. He came for flesh, came for race, came for kinsmen, who are Israelites. So now, not as though the word of God had taken none effect. Oh, excuse me. I missed something here. Who is over all, God blessed forever, amen. So be it. Not as though the word of God had taken none effect. For they are not all Israel, which say they are of Israel. Everybody wants this covenant. Everybody wants to attach themselves to this. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they the children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. What does this mean? You need Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You need all three or nothing at all. Cut it out. You understand? So now, once again, he wanted to bring up angels, right? There was angels that was brought up. So I'm going to go to Galatians 1:6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that hath called you into the grace of Christ onto another gospel. You know what this one of these other gospels is? Islam. That Quran was trying to be another gospel, a continuation of it. But the Bible says none shall want her mate, which is not another. But there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Christ. The Quran perverts the gospel of Christ. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you. We who? The disciples, the prophets, from Moses all the way on down to Yahushua and the 12 disciples. Hear that good. Though you preach any other gospel, let him be accursed. Muhammad should be accursed from the Lord for what he did. That's not my words. That's the scriptures right there. So what you're starting to see here, I got 2 minutes left, is that even when it comes down to Christ, right? This is going to be my last scripture right here that I'm going to pull. And first, I'm going to come right over here. And this is what it says inside Surah 4 and 157. And they're saying, indeed, we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, the messenger of Allah. And they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but another was made to resemble him to them. Let me tell you something. This just said that he wasn't crucified. Is this, what do you call it? No, this is a lie. This is a contradiction. Why are you lying on the scriptures? So now, this is Mark 16:6. And he said unto them, be not afraid, ye seek Jesus of Nazareth, which was crucified. The Bible just said it was crucified. What are you lying on the Lord for? And if he wasn't, you understand, I got a minute left. I'm just going to paraphrase it. Then if he wasn't crucified, what's the whole point of Thomas doubting? Right. What's the whole point of him saying, I want to put my hands on his wounds? Right. You understand? If he wasn't crucified, he wouldn't have had no wounds on his hands. Wouldn't have mattered if he got stabbed in his side. Y'all are lying on the Bible. These two records, they contradict one another. The Bible is the authority. The Quran came around in 622 AD. It is real easy for you to make up a story when you got a direct point of reference. You understand? And what you're seeing here is that the Lord ain't deal with nobody but the nation of Israel. I yield there.
Okay. All right. My brothers, you done threw me a few alley-oops. Okay, you threw with your brother, and y'all got the special effects going in the background, brothers, bearing witness. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
It's all good. Praise be to Allah, the Most High. But y'all making it too easy for your brother tonight, man.
It sound good, but listen.
I'm grateful to be here.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just reset my timer for 10 minutes. This is the rebuttal round, so you have 10 minutes to
reset your timer, brother Evan.
Whatever that I said. And whenever you start speaking, you understand, I'm gonna start the clock. So I'm gonna mute my mic and the floor is yours.
Oh yeah. Let me share my screen right quick. Get back to this PowerPoint.
Whenever you're ready, bro.
Yes, sir. 1 second. Let me get back to this PowerPoint right quick.
No, take your time, man. Whenever you're ready, we'll start it.
Yes, sir. Okay, 1 second. I'm almost ready. Just got to get it all together. All right, let's do this. All right. So now.
I'm starting your time now, brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so now, one thing about, the Muslims, we don't really like the religious gang banging. It's a whole lot of religious gang banging going on, in the name of religion. We really don't do that. You know why? Because again, like I said, we got the messenger of the prophet, of the covenant, Elijah. You know, and he came to make all the truths known and revealed in all of the books, right? But they say that the book ain't tampered with and it ain't got nothing to do with Allah. Okay? Next slide, please. The Jews, Masoretics, changed scriptures in the name of God. Here are my surahs. Do you then hope that they would believe in you, and a party from among them, Jews, indeed used to hear the word of Allah, then altered it after they had understood it, and they know this? Woe then to those who write the book with their hands, then say, this is from Allah, so that they may take for it a small price. So woe to them for that with their hands write, and woe to them for what they earn. Not only, and this is from the Book of God by our brother Dr. Wesley Muhammad, not only did the Jews alter the Bible in an attempt to conceal the true nature of their black God, they also removed the true name of God, of that God, Allah. Yahweh is one of the many names of God used in the scripture, but his most perfect name, Allah, which represents the synthesis of all of his beautiful names, was consciously removed from the Bible. Such names as El Shaddai, El Elyon, El Olam, and Elohim are all purposeful corruptions of the name Allah. The above names are compound names composed of the name of God prefixed to an attribute. El is the presumed name of God, and El Shaddai is God Almighty. El Elyon is God the Most High. El Olam is God everlasting, etc. El or Elo is the singular, or Elohim. Herein lies the deception. The fact is, El, Elo, and Elohim are purposeful corruptions of Al, Allah, and Alhim. The Hebrew words El and Elohim, right, or the Hebrew letter Aleph written as an E, is actually the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet called Aleph, which is an A, not an E, right? So we're gonna show the deception in the Quran reveals it when it says, and argue not with the people of the book, except by what is best, save such of them as act unjustly. But say, we believe in that which has been revealed to us and revealed to you, and our God and your God is one, and to him we submit. Oh, we're gonna prove that he's one. Now, by Godfrey Higgins observes, I must now beg my reader to review what has been respecting the celebrated name of Allah, Alim, and to observe that this was in all the Western Asiatic nations the name both of God and of the Son. I must also beg my reader's attention to the observation at the end of chapter 2, section 4 of this book relating to the word El, as used by Sir W. Drummond. In the Asiatic language, the first letter of the word is the first letter of the alphabet A, and not the fifth letter E. But we do not merely increase difficulties, we disguise and conceal absolute facts. Thus, it is a fact that the Son and the God of Moses had the same names. That is, that the God of Moses was called by the same word which meant son in the Asiatic language. But by miscalling one of them El instead of Al, or Allah, the fact is concealed. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it on the screen. This fact was concealed by a group of Jewish scribes called Tiberian Masoretics, who developed the current vowel system. The Hebrew language is consonantal, possessing no written vowels. Occasionally, some consonants called the matrices lectionis were used to indicate vowel sounds, right? So when we go down just a little bit more, it was the Tiberian Masoretics who concealed this fact. Masoretic scribes were scribes who added critical notes, Masura, to the external form of the biblical text. During the 5th through the 11th centuries, the Masoretic scribes resurrected the Hebrew language, which has been dead since around 400 BC, being replaced by Aramaic as the popular language among the Jews. to fix the pronunciation of the words and denote vowel sounds, the Tiberian Masoretics, as opposed to the systems developed to the Babylonian and Palestinian Masoretics, introduced a vowel system in which a number of dots and dashes are placed under the letter to represent vowel sounds. Here are the dots. The letter is Aleph. This is the word Aleph, and God, right? And here's the word Elohim. The A in Elohim right here is silent. Okay, and you can see the 5 dots under the A. It says, by placing the 5 dots under the letter Aleph, the letter is changed from an A to an E. And the words Al, Allah, and Elohim are changed to El, Elo, and Elohim. Thus, the name of God in popular Hebrew. McGregor Mathers in the Kabbalah revealed notes that Elo is written in Hebrew as Allah. In synagogue Hebrew, according to Higgins, 19th century Jews still use Allah and Elohim. Lloyd Graham, in Deceptions and Myths in the Bible, speaking on Elohim, observes, the word comes from Elohim and means a council of the gods. Scholars Albert Churchward as well as Gerald Massey confirmed that the originals of the Hebrew El and Elohim possess an A as the first letter, not an E. So as a side note, the name of God in their sister languages of the Hebrew is Allah as well. So in Aramaic, in Aramaic, which is his mother Aramaic, which was the language Jesus spoke, in Syriac, the name of God is Allah. These 3 languages are of considerable importance to development of Hebrew theology. Okay, so we can prove without a shadow of a doubt that you say that these books is different, but I say they come from the same source. That your God is my God. We have the same God. Okay, and also again, when we talking about the covenants, we can't make a contract with one another, make a covenant and a contract with one another, and then when we break the covenant and contract, then everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be all right. That's not how covenants work. That's why I read off Jeremiah 31 to 33.
2 minutes
maybe
remaining, brother. 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. So maybe I got to remind my brothers. Maybe I have to remind you, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel. Why are we talking about an old covenant? Why are we still dealing with an old covenant? Why? Because the whole purpose of what's going on in the Bible after Israel had broke the Most High's covenants, we're not dealing with those old covenants anymore. We're dealing with a new covenant, and the new covenant was given in Isaiah 42, a prophet sent to the Gentiles, and he is specifically described in the land of Kedar, or in the land of Medina. Medina is where Mount Selah is, which is the home of the prophet. Okay? And he said that there's no prophecies in the Holy Quran. I beg to differ. How much time do I have?
You got a little over a minute remaining.
Okay, here's one. And mention when the angel said, "O Mary, indeed God gives you the good news of a word from him, whose name will be the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, held in honor in this world and in the hereafter, and of those who are near to God. He will speak to the people in the cradle and in old age." Okay, so he couldn't have been talking about Jesus of 2,000 years ago, because he died when he was 33 years old, so he couldn't have lived the old age. And he will be of the righteous, she said. "My Lord, how can I have a son when no man has touched me?" He said, "So it will be, for God creates what he wants. When he decides something, he only says to it, be, and it is. And he will teach them the book and wisdom and the Torah and the gospel." Again, and he will teach them the book and the wisdom. The
and that's
book
time,
and
brother.
the wisdom. Okay, yeah, I yield the floor.
No sweat. No sweat. All right. Could you it might even, I don't
I'm
know
backing out the share
if
screen.
you might even be able to enlarge it on the screen itself. You might be able to go full screen from his. If not, you can go straight from the OBS. I'm just going to change the screen real quick, and then we're going to get into it, all right? I'm also going to reset the timer. Let me know once we're full screen, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started. Oh, you know what? No, you know what? That camera has to be shut off for it. If you could do it from the actual, from the StreamYard, there should be an option on it. Yeah, you got to go back onto the other joint. Yeah.
Yeah, it's playing, right?
No, you can't do it from OBS. Okay, no sweat. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, right? So now, let me tell y'all something, right? This brother keeps bringing up the Masoretes, the Masoretes, the Masoretes. Well, let me tell you something that predates the Masoretes that talks about the name of the Most High, right? You can find the Tetragrammaton, which is the name Yahweh in the Hebrew, inside the Dead Sea Scrolls, which completely predates all the Masoretes. You understand? So for anybody to turn around and try to utilize that, it is pseudo for you to try to say that the Masoretes came and changed this and XYZ when ain't none of that true. You understand?
That's right.
And even if I was to go inside the scriptures, Psalms 83 and 18, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. This is another clear contradiction. The point of this debate, right, was not who got the covenant. Well, it kind of was who got the covenant, you understand? But more so was who is... Yeah, that's why I said you have to go back to the other point. You understand? The whole point was, does the Bible and Quran contradict? Can you follow both? I think that we proved that you cannot and that they do. You understand? It's been proven without a shadow of a doubt. I didn't see where even if you turn around, right, and try to keep the whole argument of the Lord's name, where are you showing me that it was changed who got the covenants or not? Where is anything that I said that was addressed that you brought up? Here's the best part. I can't believe you read Jeremiah 31, right? Like twice. You understand? Jeremiah 31 and 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will establish with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write in their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. This is talking about Israel. This is not including any other nation. The Lord reestablished his covenant. That's why in Romans it said, to whom was given the covenants, the promises. Who was given that? Israel was given that. You haven't shown where it went to another nation. Matter of fact, here's the best part. Hebrews 9 and 15. And for this cause, he is the mediator of the New Testament. Who's the mediator of the New Testament? This new covenant that you're talking about, Christ is the mediator of it. That by means of death, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament. Right. If I ask you the question, who was under the first testament, you're going to say Israel. That's why you keep saying, but there was a new covenant. There was a new covenant. But here's the thing. For the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, he's the mediator for it. You know what this means? They which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. If you weren't under the first covenant, you're not under the new. You understand? This means Ishmael is not involved inside this covenant. This is why the scriptures say, hath God cast away his people? God forbid. In the same chapter you pulled in Jeremiah, it says, if the stars are no longer in the sky with those ordinances, then will Israel no longer be his people. Do me a favor, open up your window, look outside. The moon, the stars, the Big Dipper, Little Dipper, Orion's belt, all that's up there right now. You understand? You're going to wake up tomorrow, the sun going to come out tomorrow. I'm trying to tell you. You're going to see it. And here's something else. It also says if they explored the deep. This is why you got Jacques Cousteau. This is why they turning them expensive submarines into soda cans, because they trying to search out the deep. They can't get that low. You understand? They can't search out them trenches. Israel shall forever remain the Lord's people. Here's something else that was amazing, right? And this is why I thank the Lord for Commanding General Yohana and how he trained us on how to listen. You brought up something. You brought up a new song that was going to be learned. And you tried to compare this to the new covenant, to the New Testament, right? So let's read about this new song, Revelations 14 and 3. And they sung as it was a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn the song except for the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. So the only ones who was able on earth to be redeemed and sing this song was the 144,000. Well, let's find out who the 144,000 is, shall we? Revelation 7. So now, and I heard the number of them which were sealed. This is Revelation 7:4. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. One tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. One tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Nephthalim, which is Naphtali, were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. I think you get the point. You're not going to see Ishmael included here because he wasn't under the First Testament. So therefore, he's not under the New Testament. Now, let me show you something, right? How much time I got left here? Oh, 5 minutes. That's a lifetime. So now, this is this is Babylon and Timbuktu. Now, let me tell you real history since you want to talk about plagiarism. When Muhammad was born, many of the Arabs were still worshiping the sun, stars, spirits, and idols. You understand? So now, on his business trips, he met Jews, Christians, and members of other sects. He interrogated them concerning the tenets of their religion. He frequented the environment of the Jews and their rabbis, mostly because they were merchants and an omnipresent group, right? So now he's dealing with Jews and Christians in his travels. So now this is how he decides to build his religion, Islam and Judaism. The Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion. First of all, the basic idea of monotheism, which is the belief in one God. The Jewish confession of unity of God is Shema Yasha'Allah Yahweh Lahayanawa Yahweh Kad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. That's where your whole Mohammedan slogan comes from. You understand? Muhammad adopted also the main details of the Jewish calendar, the Day of Atonement, the Sabbath, much of the Bible, and narratives from the Medrash, and from many points of the ritual law. Incidentally, the Jews pray 3 times a day facing the city of Jerusalem, and Muslims, true believers, pray 5 times. You stole everything from us and then bastardized it. You understand? And now, eventually, Muhammad therefore turned against the Jews and became their tormentor. You're following the religion of somebody who persecuted your own ancestors. You understand? So now, the 2 daughters of Judaism, the offspring of Judaism and Christianity is Islam. Muhammad tried to construct his religion as closely as he could after the Jewish religion. He favored the Jews by accepting many of their laws and traditions. When the Jews refused to be converted, he commanded his followers to stop turning to the holy city of Jerusalem in prayer, but rather turn to the holy city of Mecca. Whole reason that you were facing Jerusalem first. You understand? But he got in his feelings. You understand? He got in his feelings, and then now, because the Jews don't want to follow him because we serve the true and living God. You understand? Not a rock. You understand? He decided to turn around and face the other way. In order to win pagans into the church, Christianity adopted many barbaric customs and traditions. This is why Islam is just a musty version of Christianity. Likewise, Muhammad, to gain the loyalty of the pagan Arabs, adopted many of their beloved customs. The Kaaba stone, an idol, was to receive high regard in the new religion. Also, the pagan temple at Mecca was to remain a holy site. Let's read a little bit more. This is from another book. This book is called Satan's Angels. Now it says the Arab of that day worshiped many gods of the sky, stars, moon, and even what they believed were sacred stones. The center of this stone reverence was in Mecca. A square structure of stone in Mecca became the holiest shrine in the world. When you read the Bible, we're not supposed to bow down to no dumb stones, no dumb idols. Leviticus 26:1, ye shall make you no idols or graven images, neither rear up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down to it. You can look this up right now. For I am the Lord thy God. You can look this up right now. You're going to have a armed guard standing right next to that little Kaaba stone. These Muslims lining up to do their Hajj and kissing that stone. And this is condoned inside of this book, inside of this faith system, inside of this religion, when this is idol worship. And the Lord ain't down with none of that. You can't serve 2 masters. You understand? You cannot follow the Bible and the Quran. The Quran contradicts the Bible. Matter of fact, you're talking about the same Quran that says, matter of fact, I got a minute left. I should be able to get this out just in enough time. I'm going to bust this down for you. Right? So now, it says, this is Surah 21, 173. He has only prohibited to you carrion blood, the flesh of swine, and that upon the name of someone other than Allah has been invoked, that whosoever is compelled by necessity, neither seeking pleasure nor transgression, there is no sin on him. This is saying if there is a dire strait, you could eat pork. Well, let me tell you something. When you read inside the Maccabees, the second Maccabees, the 6th and the 7th chapter, our ancestors died rather than eat swine. You understand? Because the God of the Bible is not one of compromise, where they turned around and said, we in this mess because we sinned against our forefathers. And you saw 7 sons and their mother get fried, get arms removed, tongues cut out. You understand? Deep fried, and that's my time right there. Ain't no compromise inside this Bible, but there is in the Quran. Yeah, that's the time.
Body bag.
I don't know if y'all could hear me.
I would doubt that. There ain't nobody bagging over here.
I was gonna say I was 2 seconds away from playing the crickets, man. I didn't know where y'all. I thought y'all left.
No. I was just going over some notes. I'm here.
All right.
We ain't went nowhere. So I mean, you done, right?
Yeah, that was 10 minutes. We are fair and impartial here.
Okay, yes, sir. We are as well. So where we at in the show?
So now all right, so now
yeah, because I got some more heat, but I'm trying to stick to the schedule of the show.
I got you, brother. So now basically this is more so of an open discussion and a Q&A, right? So what we could do is we could proceed over the next, you understand, maybe 10 to 15 minutes asking each other questions. The question will have to be answered. You understand? You get a question, I get a question, you get a question, I get a question, based on what was discussed and then brought out this evening. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so are we responding to answers?
Yeah, just what Chaataza was saying is that in this round, you could start off by asking him a question, then he has to answer. Then after he answers your question, then you answer. So it's like a back and forth between the two of y'all.
Okay, great.
So you can,
right?
Yeah, for 10 minutes. So you want to try to get the answers so we can get a few questions in, maybe make them the answers 60 seconds or less. I would say don't count the time when he's asking Chaataza a question and vice versa. Count the time when they're answering the question. So like after.
Okay, you got that?
You understand what I mean? So
yeah,
after,
no sweat.
Right. So when Malcolm asks Chaataza the question, that's not the 10 minutes. It's only when Chaataza start answering, that's the 10 minutes. And then when Chaataza asks Malcolm a question, you pause the time. And then when Malcolm answers the question, you start it. We'll do that for 10 minutes. Let the answers to the question be a minute. So we should be able to get 5 questions each from both brothers with that timeline.
No problem.
So since I just went, you understand, brother, you for sure be able to go first with your questions. I'm just going to switch this over to the stopwatch, and you can ask your question, and then I'll start the time when I answer.
Yes, sir. Okay, so you made the claim. Where should I start? I'm gonna start with us worshiping the rock, because you made a claim, a thorough mistake. And I'm surprised you didn't even come up here with no slides. It looks bad. So Tazaryach, it's far from a body bag, sir. You kind of made it easy for your brother. You mentioned that we worship a rock. Can you show me anywhere in the Holy Quran that it says that the Muslims worship a rock? And then after you go, I will respond. After you go, dear brother.
Okay, I appreciate you, right? So, in reference, I'm going to start my answer now, right? So, when you go inside the Quran, this is the 2nd Surah and 125, right? This is where all the Muslims reference, you understand, the Kaaba of Mecca. When we made the house, Kaaba of Mecca, a frequented place for men and a place of peace. Make from the station of Abraham a place of prayer. We gave the following directive to Abraham and Ishmael. Purify.
I'm gonna make a clip out of you.
Yes,
I'm gonna make a clip out of you.
Purify. I only got a minute, man. This is like battle rap. Hold on. Y'all go get this work. All right. Purify my house for those who are circumcised. So now what you're seeing here is that this place, this house, it is the Kaaba at Mecca. And this is why they go to make their Hajj there. So you asked for where it is in the Quran, it's right here.
It said Kaaba.
Okay. Now can I respond?
Oh, man.
Well, actually, when we laid out the sequence, which you guys are privy to, I said we would stop the time during your question, start the time during Chaataza's answer, and then Chaataza will ask you a question, and then you go back and forth like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. But at the same time, Tazaryach, we still should be able to respond.
Okay, so you want to include a response to the answer? I wish you would.
Yeah, because
I just wish you would have said that in the beginning. Like when I laid it out, I just wish you would have said that.
Well,
in the
because
beginning.
look, because if he asks me a question and if I give an answer, I at least want him to have a chance to respond as well. If you would like to respond,
or you could do so we could do it one or two ways. If it's 10 minutes, you could either let when it's your turn to ask a question be a response to his initial one, and then he can do the same. Or it sounds like you want to have a rebuttal to the answer. It sounds like that's what you're asking for.
Yeah,
right?
either way will work.
Okay, so then what we'll do.
I asked for a reason.
So then, do I rebut his rebuttal? That's
right,
why it gets a little.
So now, because what we can fall into is if you rebut him, he may want to rebut you, and then you'll have.
Okay, well, yeah, I get it. So he can ask me a question, and I'll deal with it a little bit in my response, and then I'll answer his question.
Okay, so that's fine. So now,
All right, so we're gonna keep it how we initially
keep it
said
exactly how it was, right?
Okay, no sweat. All right, so. You had brought up Jeremiah, the 31st chapter. Can you show me inside the verses that you pulled and read where any other nation outside of Israel was mentioned to get that covenant?
Answer it again.
What? You want me to say it again?
Oh, okay. Ask it again.
Inside Jeremiah, the 31st chapter that you had gone to, that you said maybe I have to refresh my brothers with. You pulled this scripture twice in 2 rounds. Can you show me where this covenant inside the scripture that you pulled that any other nation was mentioned outside of the house of Israel?
No, because it's not in there. And I would say that you're using intellectual gymnastics because you said that I said, you said that I never said that there was never another nation that was mentioned getting the covenant, and that is false. That's not what I said. I read out Isaiah 42. And Isaiah 42 is specifically mentions Isaiah 42:6. It says, "And give thee for a covenant of the people for a light unto the Gentiles." So we know that the Gentiles are anybody other than a Jew. And they identify those people when they say that they are inhabiting the land of Kedar or Selah. Okay, they tells us where those people are. And to real quick before to go to my question that I asked you, it says Muslims are forbidden to worship the sun, moon, and any of the created things in the universe. Holy Quran 41:37. It says, and if his signs.
That's a minute for the answer.
Okay,
bro.
all right.
You could ask your question now.
Okay. So, my question is, if the Holy Quran in Surah chapter 3 verses ayah 3 says, "He has revealed to thee the book with truth, verifying that which is before it, and he revealed the Torah and the gospel." How can you say by definition, real quick, let me pull up the definition. How can you say by definition that our book or the Holy Quran plagiarized the Bible when by definition plagiarism means the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as one's own? when the Holy Quran doesn't do that. All it does is verifies the books that came before it, just as Jesus did with the gospel, verifying the book that the Torah that came before what Jesus brought. So by definition, how can you say that the Holy Quran plagiarized the Bible?
Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start right now. Okay. Muhammad tried to construct his religion as closely as he could after the Jewish religion. He favored the Jews by accepting many of their laws and traditions, and when the Jews refused to be converted, he commanded his followers to stop turning to the holy city of Jerusalem in prayer, but rather turn to Mecca. He changed the Jewish feast Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, which they had accepted for the month of Ramadan. Muhammad changed the Jewish Sabbath from Saturday to Friday. So now, once again, I'm giving you historical references where he went and looked at the religion before, because as I stated earlier, 20 seconds left, you understand that outside of him being an illiterate camel jockey, on his business trips, he met with Jews and Christians and members of the sects. And one of the things that he adopted, the main thing, was the idea and belief of monotheism. So the reason as to why I say it's plagiarized is because he built his, that's 1 minute.
Go ahead, brother.
It said Kaaba.
Go ahead and ask your question.
Chaataza. It said Kaaba. It said Kaaba.
It said Kaaba.
I can't get over that. It
It
said house. It said Kaaba.
I have the translation. It's right.
It
It
said
was right
Kaaba.
there.
Salaki.
Okay.
I mean, but y'all won't let me respond to that. So ask me a question.
Actually, before
because
Hey Malcolm. Before Chaataza asks his question, remember I said your response, like when you just asked that question just now, you could have used that for your response question. That's what I was saying to you. Like you
said I could use that for my response question?
Right. What I was saying. So like basically, the way we did the 10 minutes is each of you would have 5 questions to ask. So as he answered your first question and you come back with your second question, it could have been in response to that question. You didn't have to ask a different question. You could have came right back and said, okay.
I'm just gonna come right back and get with it then. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad I could help you out.
Okay.
It said Kaaba.
So what's your question, dear brother?
Yeah, it's Chaataza. Is it your question?
It's
your
my
turn.
question.
Yeah.
I was
It's
just
Chaataza.
waiting.
Okay, no sweat. So now it's Chaataza's turn, and then of course, in your third question, you can bring up that Kaaba. All right.
So now,
It said Kaaba, yo.
the word earlier, right? You pulled up in Isaiah, right? So this is my question, just to see where you're coming from, brother. The word Gentile, is that a word that can apply to an Israelite, or is that only speaking of another nation?
Based on my understanding, it can apply to an Israelite, because I did find some verses where it did apply to some Israelites, but it don't apply to no Israelites in Isaiah 42 because it specifically mentioned where these Gentiles would be. I don't, but besides the Arabs living in Arabia, in the land of Kedar, and the tribes of Ishmael, then the book don't say it. It's not in there. So the book is very specific where these Gentiles are. If they were in Judah, then I would concede that point. But it doesn't mention Judah. It mentions Arabia, and we have many sources proving where Kedar is. Kedar is in the Hijaz region where Prophet Muhammad was born. Medina is the city of the Prophet where Prophet Muhammad did his hijrah, or did his famous flight from out of Mecca to Medina.
That's 1 minute, brother.
So that's, yes, sir. So now it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
And I thank you again for this, because, brother, you haven't brought no PowerPoint. You haven't came with any real sources outside of that book, and that book is very pseudo. So I thank you again for this opportunity, throwing me these alley-oops, because you said that our God is a rock God. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question about your book and your religion, because there are many contradictions in your book. Okay, so I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to ask you my question, so you have a clear understanding. Some Jews and Christians say the reason we use a star moon crescent is because we worship the moon. Well, according to Islamic history, when Prophet Muhammad restored monotheism in Arabia, the moon and star crescent didn't exist. There was no crescent flag until 700 years later, which came from the Turkish Ottoman Empire in the early 1300s. So if Allah was a moon god, why didn't Prophet Muhammad use the moon as our crescent when he was here? Muslims are forbidden to worship the sun, moon, or any of the created things in the universe. Holy Quran 41:37. And if his signs are the night and the day and the sun and moon, adore not the sun nor the moon, but adore Allah who created them, if he it is that you serve. Allah, a moon, or a rock, yet he forbids the worship of either one but the creator. Stop it. But the Israelites do worship the sun and moon. Isaiah chapter 3, verses 18. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their callus and their crescent moon and Jacob and the stone. In Genesis chapter 28, verse 18. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows, and he set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it. So why the Jews and Christians don't accuse Jacob of worshiping the stone when he anointed the stone? That's my question to you.
Oh, okay. I have 1 minute to respond starting now. First of all, you completely butchered Isaiah, which is why I see why you don't understand Genesis. Isaiah 3:18 says, in that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their coals and their round tires like the moon. This was given a comparison explaining it. You understand? This was not saying that it was the moon that they were worshiping or anything like that. It's saying that it was round. You get what I'm saying? Like that was the whole point of it. And here's the other thing, right? let me help you out with something. What you saw was an altar being made. You understand? And the altar is due to worship of the Most High. This is where sacrifices are made. We sacrifice first fruits on altars. We sacrifice lambs on altars because these were ordinances that the Most High commanded. However, the Lord did not command for us to circle a rock 7 times and then kiss it and bow down to it. That's a minute.
It said Kaaba.
Yeah. See, that's the contradiction, because the Kaaba is an altar as well. And we know that Abraham set up many altars throughout his travels.
Do you?
That's a fact.
I'm just wondering if you're trying to turn this into an actual dialogue, because you understand. Now, here's the thing.
To make that clear.
Okay. Well, listen.
But we can let's make it to a dialogue. Let's make it to a dialogue.
But let me help you out with something, because I for sure would have liked to make Isaiah 42 clear when we were talking about the Gentiles and who they're supposed to be a light to. However, I showed enough.
That's why I prefer to have a dialogue. Because
hold on,
the
brother.
purpose of,
hold on,
no, I'm gonna let you go.
Hold on.
But the reason why I'm saying that is because I want us to finish our thoughts.
Hold on, brother. You showed an excellent amount of decorum this entire time. However, you understand?
That's right.
I did not do what you did, and what you just did was outside of the guidelines to which we agreed with. Now, you're saying now you want to turn it into a dialogue because you feel like you have something to say, but we came up with a structure before we started dialoguing.
Captain Chaataza, my
Yes.
brother. This whole time, you both have been making comments as well. You and Captain Tazaryach.
Right.
So let's not play the victim.
We didn't say anything. No, we didn't say anything about that. However, you know what I didn't do though? You know what I didn't do though? I didn't throw in though extra comments to try to gain off the comments you made. Which is why I said it seems like what you really want is the dialogue. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying if we're gonna stick with a regiment, let's stick with the regiment.
Okay, so if you want to do a dialogue, all I did was gave an ad-lib. I didn't add anything.
But I got Brother Evan here. He has an ad-lib one time.
No problem. So if you want to fault me for ad-libbing.
So let's be respectful.
No problem. If you want to fault me for ad-libbing, that's fine. But what Chaataza is saying, after he finished answering your question, you added to the question instead of sticking to the dialogue.
I get it. I understand, my brother. I understand.
So if you want to
sir. And I would apologize. Let's go.
No problem. So I believe y'all have both asked 3 questions, which would be the equivalent of 6 minutes. So there technically would be 4 minutes left. So now if you want, instead of doing 4 minutes, maybe have 8 minutes of dialogue.
I mean, if you want to just have an open dialogue, we can do that. It seems like that's really what you want.
So I would say maybe we have 8 minutes of dialogue. Now the only thing I'm gonna say with the dialogue is that when the two of y'all begin talking, you just want to be mindful of, like, when you talking, he listens. When he talks, you listen. Because the good thing about having that, you ask a question in a minute, nobody is interrupted. So it's a little structured.
Absolutely.
And the dialogue, like as I just saw y'all do that exchange right there, I'm just not sure if it's gonna be good, but maybe it will be. So we won't do 8, we'll do 7 minutes. 7 minutes where the two of y'all, you can turn my mic off after I speak. 7 minutes where the two of y'all can then just have an open dialogue between the two of y'all, Lions of Messiah, your time, 7 minutes on your time, our time, 7 minutes on my time, and then we'll go from there. So if you could pull up 7 minutes, Chaataza. And since you asked for the dialogue, Malcolm, it'll start, the 7 minutes will start once you start talking.
Yes, sir.
The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. So, again, we know throughout history that Abraham built altars wherever he traveled. That's what he did. So Muslims do not worship a rock. That's just false. Muslims did not plagiarize the Bible. That's just false. It may seem like a plagiarism because the God of the Bible and the God of the Quran are the same, but it's not a plagiarism. These are the same. This is the same God, right? Because the Quran doesn't take the work that's already in the Bible and try to pass it off as if it's own. There are distinct differences, and the differences are because the Bible, the Quran is the criterion. The Quran is a book that makes a clear distinction between what has been tampered with in the Bible and what has not been tampered with in the Bible. So that's why it may seem like there's a difference.
All right, here's my problem with the statement that you just made, right? Is, for example, I'm pulling out sources and references, right, and showing you where in history he adopted this from. I continuously hear things like the Bible was tampered with and no one ever brings any evidence up for it. They just bring rhetoric. You understand? So one, you'd have to actually not only prove that statement, but based off of what you stated before, right? Listen, I told you that the Lord commanded us to make altars. However, we didn't circle those altars and kiss those altars and pray to those altars
them with oil,
and travel because it was from the Lord in order to do that. However, once again, it must be pointed out that in this era, the Kaaba contained several statues representing gods. One was called Allah, the Up One, a tribal god. Along with Allah, there were 3 other gods called Allah's daughters. You understand? So now, once again, you can see points in history where this was referenced, including after bitter wars, Muhammad conquered Mecca in 630 AD. He cleared away all the idols except the black stone in the Kaaba, which is considered holy to this day by Muslims. This is an idol that remained there, which contained a site. And I pulled 2 books. You said one of them was pseudo. Okay, if we get rid of one, what are you doing about the other one? This is why I brought 2 references, which are both saying the same thing.
Real quick. You didn't bring any references. You didn't bring any slides. You brought nothing. You haven't taken notes, as far as I can see. And another thing, you said that I didn't mention where the book was tampered. I could have sworn in my presentation I read where the book was tampered, and I'll read it for you again by Godfrey Higgins. I must now beg my reader to review what has been said respecting the celebrated name of God, Al-Alim, and to observe that this was in all of the Western Asiatic nations, the name both of God and of the Son. I must also beg my reader's attention to the observation at the end of chapter 2, section 4 of this book relating to the word El as used by Sir W. Drummond. In the Asiatic language, the first letter of the word is the first letter of the alphabet, A, and not the 5th, E. But we do not merely increase difficulties.
Does this question, real quick. Does this creed?
Let me finish. I'm reading.
Before you read, I'm gonna let you get it out. But Does this predate the Dead Sea Scrolls?
Brother, you gonna let me read the reference?
Does the reference predate the Dead Sea Scrolls?
What do you mean? We dealing with the language.
You're talking
I'm going
about,
directly
language,
into the
but
Hebrew.
you were talking about the Masoretes, and the Masoretes comes damn near 1,000 years after the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Exactly. They changed the text. The text that y'all reading out. What are you talking about?
This is what I'm trying to help you out with, right? Like if you
Brother,
go
you're wrong.
and no, I'm completely right. You understand? And this is why I'm trying to help you.
You're wrong, sir.
I'm gonna let you get it out, and then I'm gonna body bag you real quick. Go ahead.
You're not gonna body bag me. Again, the name of God was changed in the Bible. And I've already read the sources to you. It's already there.
Inside the Bible,
the
the Lord's name is Yahweh inside the Bible.
Brother.
The reference that you're pulling up,
Please
right?
Please show a source. You haven't showed us a source
You're
yet.
saying that it was
Please show
changed
the
from
source.
that. The Dead Sea Scrolls is the source that I'm talking about right now.
Brother,
and if I show you inside the scriptures today, right? Once again, I showed you before, right, where it says that thou whose name alone is Yahweh. You're going to see the Tetragrammaton. You're going to see Yahweh all throughout the scriptures.
Now let's deal with the Dead Sea Scrolls.
You just asked me to say it. I'm trying to say it. You see the problem?
The Dead Sea Scrolls were
predate
written
what
by
you
the
say?
Essenes.
Does it
The
predate
Dead
what
Sea
you say?
Scrolls were written by the Essenes,
And do
bro.
the Essenes
and it was
predate
found
the
in
Masoretes?
Bro, you totally mixing apples with oranges because the Essenes was there during the Pharisees, sir.
Y'all see the problem?
We know. So we
Do
know.
the Essenes predate the
Hold on.
Masoretes?
No,
You're
no,
reading
no,
from a
no,
Masoretic
listen to what I'm
reference.
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. They were there during the Pharisees. They were there speaking the Aramaic. They were there speaking the Hebrew. Okay, so we know that the Masoretes came later and changed the text. We know that. So what we saying that the book that y'all reading from now today has been tampered with. That's a fact.
Y'all see he just body bagged himself?
No, I did not.
Do y'all see this?
See, you can use the word body bag, but you have no sources. You haven't shown one slide yet. What is you body bagging?
He's talking about slides. If you need to look on the screen and you want to
Chaataza.
see the books, okay.
Just because you use the word body bag don't mean you won the debate. Period. You can say body bag all day. That don't mean you won. You ain't showed not one slide.
All right. So this is what I was trying to ask you the entire time, right? You want slides, all that. All right, listen. You haven't addressed shit that I even said in my first 2 rounds. Outside of that, here's the point.
Because it's dogma.
When
You
you
just
see
preaching.
when you see the Lord inside the text today, modern day, what is the equivalent to that word in the Hebrew?
Say it again.
When you see the Lord, all capital letters, you understand? For example, you might see the Lord thy God. The Lord. What is that word in Hebrew, present day, that you'll read inside the text?
Maybe you can answer that for me. Help us out.
So are you saying that you cannot answer it and you don't know?
That's why I'm asking you to say it. Go ahead.
Okay,
You
so
got
just let the record show that he doesn't know. Modern day, right? And once again, the majority of the text that we read is from the Masoretes that he keeps trying to say changed it. It's going when it says the Lord thy God. When it says the Lord thy God, it's Yahweh Allahayanawa. You understand? That is
It's what? Wait, say it again.
Yahweh Allahayanawa. You understand?
Or
what you would see, or what you no, because here's what I'm trying to help you with, right? Show a little bit of decorum because you asked the question. You just said you didn't know, right? So now I'm trying to help you, so you have to get the answer if you're asking me the question. So what you're seeing is Yahweh is his name.
No, what's his full name? What's his full name?
This is the whole point. His name is Yahweh.
What else?
The Allahayanawa is I'm
Allah.
trying to help you, is our power. That's what you're not getting. That's why it didn't say that thou whose name alone is Yahweh Allahayanawa. It just said Yahweh.
So that's deception. That's deception.
It's not deception. I'm trying to help you out here.
Okay. If it's not deception,
now once again, a minute ago, you asked the question. You just said you just said you didn't know. So if you listen, if you don't know,
definition of the full name, not just the Lord.
If
give
you
the definition of the full name.
If you don't know, what you should do is be quiet because you just admitted a minute ago. You just said, I don't know.
You are being deceptive.
You just said, I'll ask you.
What's the full name?
Did you or did you not just say, I'll ask you?
Captain
I don't know, brother.
I'm asking you a specific question,
Did you or
sir.
did you not a minute ago when I asked you a question? Did you or did you not say, don't know?
We're playing intellectual gymnastics right now.
You see the problem
intellectual gymnastics. Give the full name. What's the full name?
It's real. His name is
I don't know. What's the full name?
His
you just
name
read
is
it.
Yahweh. Thou whose
What
name
else?
alone is Yahweh. That's
What
his
else?
name.
What else? What else? You just said something else
once
after
again,
that.
a minute ago,
See,
you just said
brother,
that
you
you
being
could
dishonest,
not
brother.
answer my question.
Brother,
so here's my whole point.
You being dishonest.
No, you're being
You
dishonest.
just read the whole name.
You're being extremely dishonest. Because
Brother, you just read the whole
I just
name.
asked you a minute ago, I said when it says the Lord, what does it say? And you just said you
That's
don't know.
where you being
So
deceptive.
I'm trying to help you out with it.
We're smarter
which
than
is
that,
why I
sir.
said the
We're
Lord,
smarter than that.
thy power. The
Sir,
power
sir,
is the
sir,
You see what I'm saying?
sir.
This is
Because you
exactly.
being
Hold on. This is
deceptive.
exactly
Be
why. No,
honest.
hold on. No, this is exactly why a minute ago Cap said we're not going to be able to have the dialogue because you don't have the discipline.
No,
Not
it ain't
only-
It's not about me
not
having the
only-
discipline.
not
We having
only-
a dialogue, and
not
I'm asking
only-
you a direct
not only-
question.
No, but here's the thing, right?
You
Here-
running
no,
from
hold
the
on.
question.
But no, here's the problem. Here's the problem. You just ran from my question. I asked
What
you
are
the
you
question,
talking about?
so listen. This is what you just said. What are you talking about? Be quiet for 30 seconds, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. You
Okay,
understand?
I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
Appreciate you.
Go ahead. And then
this is-
and then I'll respond.
This is what Slacky Cap. Come on. No, this is exactly what you just said. You just said, what's your question? I asked you the question. I said, when you see the Lord in all capital letters, what is it in today's Hebrew? What is the translation? You said, you answer it, brother. I said, does that mean you can't answer it? No, that's why I'm asking you to answer it. And while I'm trying to answer it, you're now trying to ask me another question instead of hearing the breakdown. So don't sit there and try to act like I'm not answering your question when you couldn't answer my question, and now you don't want to receive the answer to the beginning because it's going to cut you to piss.
Now with
It's
that
gonna
said,
cut
hey,
me.
Malcolm,
So that's
hey,
30
Malcolm,
seconds, right?
Hey Malcolm, with that said, Malcolm, we had agreed to 7 minutes. I believe Lions and Messiah has the clock. as
Yeah,
well.
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. We can end it, but
Yeah,
the
we
brother
had-
specifically said the full name, and Allah was in there, but he didn't want to admit that.
One
He just
second.
wanted to stick with the Lord,
One
like
second,
we
brother.
stupid.
So
All right.
I'm gonna stop at 11:25. I'm gonna stop it there. So it's been 11 minutes. Oh, y'all can't see the camera. So y'all actually went back and forth for 11 minutes and 26 seconds, and so that is the back and forth, which is why I preferred the question and answers. I thought it would have been more beneficial to do it like that, because as men you get spirited when you go back and forth. You know what
I
mean?
agree. That's my brother, though. I still love
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Chaataza.
Listen,
It's all
we all
good.
men. If me and Chaataza was having a conversation, it'd be the same thing. So
It's all love.
Absolutely.
It's not.
I
Yeah, it's
still,
all
I,
love. We
I-
good.
I still had to body y'all tonight. It's still love.
We got the spirit of the Lions of Judah, man. That's
No
what that
problem.
is.
Well, we always could do a round two. You know what I mean? We could set up a different debate at another time, of course. You have Chaataza's information. We definitely appreciate y'all coming out here and joining us
Likewise.
today on Cross the Line Radio. I actually was listening to it on your channel as well, and I'm actually going to subscribe to your channel, which I
Likewise.
just did,
I'm gonna
which
subscribe
I just
as well.
did. I appreciate you brothers coming out. I thought it was a spirited debate. Now it'll just be for the listeners to go ahead and come back, watch it, check out the dialogue, and then make their decision to see who was right and who was wrong. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we appreciate y'all coming in. We're going to go ahead and exit out the live stream, and then we're going to continue our
Yeah,
show.
we're gonna
sweat.
we gonna end this as well.
No problem. So I say shalom to you brothers. Y'all take it easy.
Salam alaikum.
Hey, shalom.
The Lakers almost won.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And you could clip that. We're going to go ahead and open the phone lines up.
Hey, before you open them, are we off yet?
What's up?
Are we off?
You need help with it?
You clipped the whole thing? Oh, you just left the studio, but we still live? Still on what? Yeah, we still live. Nah, we ain't on that shit no more. Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. The Lord loves Chaataza. I just want y'all to know that. Let me tell you, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. The Lord gave Chaataza the fattest, meatiest calf to sacrifice on a freaking altar I've ever seen, man. I mean, good night.
That was he called him Fred the
He called him Fred
Godson.
the
Yo,
Godson.
you're
That's
crazy.
That debate, listen, man, I tell y'all, as Israelites, we rarely get our questions answered. And let me tell you when it was over for me. If y'all, listen, I was cool. I ain't say nothing this whole debate. I ain't say not one word this whole debate. The minute that Muslim told Chaataza to show the Kaaba, I'm like, well, damn, maybe Kaaba ain't in there. And I'm thinking like, maybe Kaaba's not in the Quran, and it's just something that people put in there. Like, you know, like they say like the cross. Like, you know, we say the cross ain't in there. But it said build a house for the Kaaba. And I couldn't believe that it said it that easy.
You like how I had that ready,
Yeah,
right?
like I couldn't believe. I don't think he think you knew that.
Nah.
I couldn't believe that it was that easy. Oh, well, let me go. And I'm looking like, damn, Chaataza, he ain't Googling, he ain't searching, he ain't doing nothing. And you got to send me that cheat sheet you got so I can have that, please. My email,
I didn't even use it.
My email is no, the way you got that Sora from.
Oh,
I need
okay.
that. My email is tazaryach@gmail.com. Please, I need that. That was insane to me. Phone lines is wide open if anybody want to call and comment on this current debate that just happened between Captain Chaataza and Malcolm. Malcolm would have did a better job. The actual
I
Malcolm
just,
did a better job.
I think he would have got bodied
No,
too.
he
But he would have did
would've
better.
did a
No, he
job.
definitely would have did better.
He might have came on outside.
He might have.
That is amazing to
I
me,
think,
man. I can't believe it.
I think that you know what I'm saying. Like the problem is, like I don't know if they necessarily even understood the debate.
They
Because
could not have.
The point. Like I said it several times. Like, do they contradict? And can you follow both?
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, you cannot. Mm-hmm. And I think that we prove without a shadow of a doubt they are contradictions. You know what I'm saying? And once again, that's why he wouldn't answer the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for those of you who just know, right? The Lord's name, we said his name, right? Now, outside of his name, you will see that inside the Masoretic text, and you'll see it inside the Dead Sea Scrolls. So what he's talking about is change. The Alahaya Nawa is not his name. It's a part of his title. Right. It literally means our power. But what is our power called? That's what they didn't understand. You get what I'm saying? They just say, oh, you see Allah's there. Yeah, because it means power. It's not his name. His name is not power. That was bad.
Yeah,
that was bad. It was really over that first round.
You know who did this? You know who did that same argument and got smoked on that same argument? Rakal Shiar.
Yeah, he did.
From GOCC when he was debating James White, because you know they use the name Ahaya for the Lord's name, and he said literally what Malcolm said, that the Masoretics came and fiddled with the records. The Dead Sea Scrolls, like Chaataza said, is the end all be all, because if that's true, then the Dead Sea Scrolls Hebrew for the Lord's name should be different than what we have today. But it's the exact same thing. I don't.
And just so you know,
any phone calls coming yet?
We got one phone call, I believe, on the line. And in the meantime, if y'all want to call us,
if I could, while y'all waiting, I got candles if I could. If I could.
Oh, this is a candle?
Yeah, this is the candle. Oh, but Quash left. So somebody else could get it. But Quash is not here. What?
I want to see
What,
it.
can I talk about it first?
I can hold it while you talk about
Okay,
it.
the thing that Chaataza is holding in his hand is a candle. Now let's. For those that don't know, if you go on my page right now, I actually sell candles. I got one that's called Butt Naked. I didn't name it that. That's how it came. I just sell it as it is. It's not my fault that that's the name. But what I will tell you is that shit smells fire. What I will tell you. So right now, if you go to Tazaryach and Lily's Creations or TLC1214.com, you'll see I have candles. Also have hair butter. You want to lock in your braids? Hair butter. This is not a scented design. Chaataza smelled. He said, "Don't smell like nothing." It ain't supposed to smell like nothing.
I
But it's
didn't know
good
if
for-
it was scented or
Like
not.
you can get this as a matching set with the beard oil. It goes good with the hair, with your beard, with your hair. And then I have two new scents. It's called Taken. This is for men. This is for women. So if you want to be taken, you might want to take one of these. You can get it, Chaataza. You can take calls now. And Quara's buying.
Oh wow, it just blew up.
Yeah, they all want to talk about their battle.
Sheesh. Okay. 862-234.
You want that?
Shalom,
this on
guys.
sale,
What's going
so
on?
this is-
Hey,
this
Shalom,
ain't
who's
on
this?
sale, though, but this is on sale.
State your name. Where you calling from?
This
Yeah.
is D
That's
from
10.
Jersey. What's going on?
What's that? You got a question or a comment?
Yeah,
know.
just want to comment on the debate. That was that was a
Egyptian
complete
Amber,
fuckery.
Naked, Apple, Mango.
I'm sorry.
No,
What
go ahead.
happened? I can't. I can hear you. I'm saying. Can I go or what's up?
Yeah, brother, you could go. We're listening.
Put my mic on.
All right, because I heard somebody talking. I'm saying
That's me talking.
That debate was a
That was me
complete
talking.
fuckery. That Muslim, what's his name, Malcolm, should understand, right, that Allah is not the name of the Lord. It's a title, means
Right.
the one.
That's correct.
All of the 99 esmas are attributes. They're not his name. His name is the Lord. In the Quran. I'm come from an Islamic background, so that was just a complete fuckery. The Muslims should just understand and follow what the Quran say and not argue, right? Just shut up and follow the book. The very first ayat ever revealed told Muhammad to read that which was taught by the pen. We all know that which was taught by the pen was taught by the scribes, the law, the book of the law. That's how it's taught. That's the truth of it. So all of this other shit is just a bunch of dogma, and they just need to stop on that. I watched your, Chaataza, this is for you. I watched your explanation of the 12 tribes chart. I watched it. It was good, but that debate, the explanation you had on, was that 4 mics or in the nation or whatever that station was?
Inside the nation.
You did an awesome job. I appreciate how you did
Appreciate
that.
it, brother. Appreciate it.
Nobody is still to date. I've checked. I followed everybody who questions anything about the Israelites, and no one has presented any real rebuttal to that chart. So kudos to you. You
Most
did a
High
damn
Christ,
good job.
brother. Appreciate that.
I appreciate you. That's what's up. Captain Yacht,
Hey, what's up,
what's up with them butters, man? I've been waiting on your call.
I
already
text you. This the brother from Jersey?
Went down to my house in Virginia, came back, and still nothing.
Hey, this the brother from Jersey?
Yeah.
Yo, I text you. What are you talking about?
Nah. If you
And
text
nah,
me,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
got
yeah,
nothing from
yeah.
you. You supposed to be hitting me with a price list.
Yeah, I
have that.
I text you to see if you were still interested. Just look at the last text you got from me, or if you text me again, I'll just screenshot and show you. But I'll give you the price. Just hit me up.
All right, copy that.
All right, no sweat.
All right, that's what's up. I hit you up.
All right, no sweat.
Again, yeah, I love what y'all brothers is doing. Keep up the good work. Keep bodying them. I'm sorry that brother had to come out and really argue these points that
I'm sorry
just
he had
weren't
to die
so
like
about
that.
the name of God.
Yeah.
Clearly, clearly the Muslims, and like I said, I come from an Islamic background, 30 years in it. Nowhere are the 99 attributes his name. And, you know, you're right on when you say that his name is Yahweh. The Quran explicitly says his name is the Lord. So kudos to you. I appreciate what y'all do. You brothers have a good night. I appreciate
Hey, you
your
too.
time.
We appreciate it.
Shalom.
I started to fire on him until I realized what he was saying.
916-513.
I almost got it.
Yeah, he sounded contentious, but he
Yeah,
actually
he-
he was actually bigging up.
But then there's a guy that licked me all over on before, so.
Yeah, oh, that's him? Same guy?
Yo,
Hey,
shalom,
hey,
shalom.
Hey,
How y'all
Shalom,
doing?
who's this?
Yeah, I couldn't talk all night,
my
so
name
it's
is,
just gonna come out now. If I would have talked during Chaataza's debate, I would have never heard the end of it until Christ
You
returned.
did. You having all side conversations and all
No,
that,
no. I
man.
mean,
like,
talk like while you
mean,
like
y'all-
intervene. Like, hey, yeah, let me
If I
say
was-
something on
I would have been
second
extremely
Exodus.
distracted if I wasn't well trained at camp from just
Well, you a
hecklers, right?
captain for a
Right?
reason.
See, you know it. You see this? You see
Wait,
the
wait.
Listen,
Hold on,
to the
hold
woman
on.
in green. She's
Say that
speaking
again.
wisdom.
Say that again.
Right?
Say that again. What'd she say? What'd she say?
Huh? Come on now.
I didn't invite
Come
the
on now.
conversation. That's
You see
Quran's
this?
fault.
You see this? You see this?
That's
God damn it,
Quran's
Connecticut.
fault. Quran was
What-
coming
what-
to the
you
side.
see- you see
I'm
this?
just sitting here.
And you
I was playing. Listen, I was
and you-
playing boom
and
beats
you
on my
entertained
phone.
it? What's your rank? What's your-
Yeah,
Time out. Did you make that salmon?
this shit was fire.
That was off the chain, yo.
Give her a hand.
Yo, give her a hand. I'm trying to say, I ate the jerk. I was trying to eat the jerk chicken, but I ate it last, and I was already full, so I couldn't really like enjoy it all the way. But that salmon was off the chain. Oh, we have a caller. Caller, who is this?
Hey.
Shalom.
Hey, what's up, man? My name Bobby. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom. What's going on?
Well, I watched the debate, and I ain't really the smartest brother, and I understood your point about that Allah part being the title. I even understood that, so I don't know where he was coming from. That was crazy.
He didn't want to hear it. That's why he kept interrupting it, because it was going to cut him. That's why he didn't want to hear the response. Yeah. He said, I don't know, tell me. And now when I'm trying to tell you, you want to keep, rumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, I noticed that, and I'm not even the smartest person in the world, and I even caught that. So. But I got another question. When you're dealing with the tribe of Asher, who is that currently today?
That's Brazil.
Asher is
that Brazil?
Colombia to Uruguay.
Colombia.
So everything that's in between as well. So Peru, Brazil, Ecuador, Colombia, and Uruguay.
Is that I got one of my closest friends is from Nicaragua. Is that Asher?
Nicaragua is Zebulon, Zabalawan. That is Central America and also part of the ex-Mayan Empire.
Okay, Zebulon. Okay, cool. So is there any way, where can I get your 12 tribe breakdown? Because he's trying to learn about his history, and I wanted to trying to point him in the right direction.
What I would say is go on Cross the Line on YouTube, and you can it's under our channel, so you can just type in 12 Tribe Cross the Line lecture. And if you want to support, you know what I'm saying, also go on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? That money goes towards supporting the truth, and it's a donation for the school. So you know what I mean? To anybody who wants to support the work that we do, that's one of the ways you can.
Okay. All right. A lot of copies. I appreciate it. You too, Tazaryach. Keep up the good work.
Sweat out. Appreciate it.
All right, Sean. Damn, the phone lines blew up. All right.
Yeah, let's over here ad-libbing. I was playing Boom Beach while you was debating.
405-215. Have I ever done that while you?
Yes.
When?
You had a whole conversation.
When?
Don't talk about what's been in your phone that you've been doing, and I have to say, join the show.
You making it sound like they're gonna be upset if they keep
did that on
scrolling to the
purpose.
left.
If I
That's
didn't
not
play
how
Boom
it goes.
Beach, I'd be up in here breaking down swords.
We'll talk about it.
You can't say nothing. I did everything right tonight.
Come on, we joking, man.
I'm joking too.
Are you? Are you?
G Monetti.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna have a debate about am I joking or not?
What? All right, put 10 minutes on the clock. Yo, y'all should see what our road trips are like. It's like that, but for like 8 hours, with a little bit of Styles P in between. That's about it. 405-215.
No, y'all about some y'all start working phone.
Hey, yeah,
who's this?
Oh, this the biggest beard.
Yeah,
this the biggest beard in the nation.
Yeah, buddy.
What's going on?
Yo, I just want to say, man, that was a slaughter right there.
Like a slaughter like you wouldn't believe, yo.
But where's your slides?
He took him to the ocean, man. He couldn't swim.
Hey, Ayash, yo, when he asked him to show the Kaaba in the Quran, man, I died.
God.
Like, I broke discipline. I didn't expect it to say, I still didn't expect it to say Kaaba. Good night.
Hey, yo, Cap, that's a new T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yo, he lost his whole demeanor after all this.
Word is bond.
He was showing discipline at first, but then Cap kept hitting him with that sword. Man,
you gotta sit there. Yo, you gotta sit there through that ass. I've never had to sit through an ass before, so I don't know what that's like. But you just gotta sit there getting cut after cut after cut after cut. I mean, God damn, yo. I don't know.
They be sleeping on Cap Chaataza, but I've been telling everybody, man, Cap cold with it.
Cold with it. Like you wouldn't believe.
Hey, that's all I wanted to say, man. Hey, good job. That's why
Most
I
High
gave
Christ.
all of the truth.
Most High Christ,
over
for sure.
everything.
Yo,
Right,
damn
shalom.
right.
Y'all about some y'all start working thumb.
Hey, shalom, yo,
Shabrak
Yeah, he look like
Good to hear
Ethiopian
from you,
right
Hebrew.
there, yeah. He look like an Ethiopian.
A little bit. Yeah, the peanut head. 317-361.
He look like the nigga that played Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm.
Yo, that's crazy.
Shabbat shalom. Shalom, Israel.
Hey,
Israel.
Shalom, what's going on? All right, what's your name? Where you calling
It's
from?
not the Sabbath, but shalom.
All right, it's brother Adam Jeter, bro, Indianapolis, Indiana, man. I've been watching you cats for a long time, bro. Y'all captains, y'all some bad boys on that whooping, man. Y'all putting on these guys.
Most High Christ, all right. Most High Christ. We appreciate it.
I want to tell you, Chaataza, I knew when I heard that young man start talking tonight, I typed in, I said, this is going to be an easy body bag for Cap tonight.
Most High Christ, yeah. It's a lock you, but I think all Muslims is just, they don't really put up a fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the NOI and FOI. Like, that's the first time I ever heard them read a surah. You know what I mean? Ever.
Yeah. Well, he lost his way. He lost his way during the battle. I thought he was fighting a whole nother fight. He ran him off his first point so fast. His second round, he came up with something brand new to talk about. I couldn't believe it. I'm like Captain Tazaryach when you pulled that combo out of the sword. I almost fell out my seat.
When I make a clip out of this
nigga. I had you in the headlock for a minute.
Yeah,
you looked so cold.
Listen, man, when I make a clip out of it, as soon as it say Kaaba, you're going to see me slide back. Because I could not believe it.
I almost fell out
Because he
my
said
seat.
it. Yo, he said it with such confidence. Can you show me the Kaaba in the Quran? Like, he said it with such arrogance.
No sweat. You
I don't know if he even read it. I don't even know if he
Nah, he ain't. It was so funny though when you was like when you was like you wasn't Googling. I was like, "Cop, what you doing?" You know what I mean? Like, I was just waiting. That was the Lord. Yo.
You amazed him. He said, "I didn't even see you taking notes. I don't see you taking notes or doing nothing."
And if I could tell you, he wanted to go back and forth. His whole premise for going back and forth was he was supposed to have a response to what Chaataza said about the Kaaba in the Quran, but never responded to it.
Yo, and that's why,
That's
brother,
right.
even what you were saying, that you said his rebuttal round, he changed the topic.
Yeah.
Because he didn't address
changed the whole topic.
He didn't address anything that I said.
Nothing.
Not one. And if you paid attention, I did take mental notes. That's why I brought up the new song. That's why I brought up the covenant. That's why I brought up the Gentiles. Because I was paying attention to everything you were saying. Now, you want to talk about language? You can't even speak Hebrew to talk to me about language.
Yeah. And when you got the Dead Sea Scrolls out on him and start asking him, did it predate the Masoretic? Oh, he got tripped up. He had to just jump on boat.
Yeah, that's why. Like, don't sit there and say you don't know, and now I'm trying to break it down, and now you have an issue with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want me to know. That's the problem. The problem is you know I know.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Cap, we're gonna have to get two belts now. We got two heavyweight champs in the house now. Hey, y'all running around the town killing these guys. But Cap Tazaryach, I got a question for you.
What's up? What's up, Bob?
What time in the morning, man? Is it a set time when you do the Car Chronicles? Because I try to catch you. I catch you sometime.
Oh, okay. Usually, if I do them, it's usually between like 9 and 10 o'clock. I haven't done one this week, though. I'm not doing one tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe Saturday or something like that, but I definitely won't be doing one tomorrow. But it's usually between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. If you subscribe to the channel, right, and you hit the bell next to the channel, like, so if you subscribe to Cross the Line Radio and you hit the bell next to it, it'll give you an alert every time I go live.
Okay. I think I did them. I just thought I've been missing them. So I'm always looking for you.
Yeah, if you hit that subscribe point, you hit that subscribe with the bell. It'll give you a notification every time we go live.
Yeah. And then shout out to that guy over at Sonetta. I bet him. I can't buy you guys through his way, so I at least want to give a shout out to him. I'll be mad at him because he come with that different kind of talk out his mouth sometimes. But shout out to him also, and I'm gonna have to give me some butters and oils from you too, brother.
Okay,
hey, that's what I appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
We're going to grab these other calls before we roll up out of here, right?
What he said.
Hey, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ.
All right, shalom. Sharita.
Yeah, what's from Sharita?
317-294.
Yeah, about Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Hey, yeah, what's from Sharita?
Who's this?
This is Jay from Indiana.
What's up, Jay from Indiana?
Man, Captain Chaataza, you slaughtered that dude, man, with that shitty ass Quran.
Most High Christ.
Gave it to him.
Yeah, say that. What you call a Quran? What you call a Quran? Because I don't want to get in trouble.
Shitty ass Quran.
What he said.
Yeah.
What he said.
But now we got a dress now. It's something new. It's another shitty ass book floating around.
What's that?
That damn Garfield book.
I knew it was
Listen,
coming.
man,
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on mentioning that
Man.
damn book on my show.
Yeah, you giving them
I
free
was
promo,
not
man.
going to mention that book on my show. I was not.
My bad.
I was not.
Apologize, man. I apologize. Y'all got to deal with that, man. I've been waiting for somebody to come and tear his ass up, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to talk about his book. Yeah, I heard you. I just don't want to talk about his book.
Okay, no problem, Cap. No problem.
No sweat.
All right, that's all I had.
All right, no sweat. We appreciate the call.
All right, Shalom. You sure worked up.
All right, shalom.
And just so everybody knows, I have the book in my possession. I have it. I'm just not going to talk about it. But when I do talk about it, woo-wee.
Yeah, buddy. 832-769.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Hey, Shalom.
What's going on?
This?
Yo, this your boy Maximilian, man. I don't know if y'all remember me or not, but I called in before. Y'all good?
Yeah, we good to go. You
What's
got a
that?
question or comment?
That's what it is. Yeah, actually I do, man. You know what? I was watching the show, man. That whole piece was hilarious, man. Y'all ain't give a shout out to the comments though, man. I was in there, man. Them comments had me rolling, man. I always come from the lessons, but tonight, man, I ain't never laughed so hard, bro. Getting the lesson, dog, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. So shout out to everybody that was in the comment section, dog. That was some real fun.
I wish I could have seen it, man, because I had other screens open, so I have no idea what y'all was talking about.
Right.
Oh man, we was in there dying laughing, dog. I'm talking about dying, man. I believe everybody that was in that. I think it was 400 people in there, man. Everybody just rolling the entire time.
Yo,
like,
shout out to the
non-stop
gravel
laugh.
pit, man.
Yeah, gravel pit is off the chain.
That's what we call our chat. The gravel pit, the best chat on the planet.
Best chat on the planet.
For sure, it was going down. But yeah, y'all definitely handled y'all business tonight, man. I got a question, but I don't know if y'all taking questions other than what y'all had going on tonight. I definitely don't want to get off topic and stuff, so I don't know if it's all right if I ask.
You ask whatever you want, huh?
All right, cool. I know. I guess maybe this question is mainly towards you, Tazaryach. I know that from watching you on TV, man, I've been a fan a long time, man. So it's always an honor, like I said last time, to speak with you, man. I love the lessons you teach, man. Even if I don't agree with everything, you definitely got a fan, man, and I appreciate what you do and try to help people. You know what I mean? So that's solid coming from me to you for real.
Okay.
But
appreciate that.
my question is, I know you don't deal with science and all that.
What
but
you mean
I guess I got
to. I do deal with science.
Well, okay, I'm gonna get to my question then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so since you do deal with science and you probably got the answer to it, it's a very simple question, man. When you mix a lion and a tiger, what is it after that?
I think the term they use is a liger.
A liger.
But I don't think it can.
A liger.
Yeah, but I don't think it can reproduce after that or some shit like that.
It's sterile.
Yeah, it's sterile at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. If you mix a zebra and a donkey, what's that called?
I have no idea. I've never.
A zonkey.
A donkey. They call them donkeys, right? Right. But my basis of asking you that is, from a scientific standpoint, is if at that point, once you mix those two animals together, we just use the liger, it's no longer a lion or a tiger. It's at that point, it's a liger.
Right.
So my thing to you is that at one point when a black dude and a white person mix, would that not be considered the same thing at that point? They're no longer black or white.
Okay, so now I'm gonna.
They're a completely different breed at that point.
Okay, so now I'm gonna question whether you actually know science or not, because when a tiger and lion mixes together,
I'm not a scientist.
No,
we know.
But yeah, you definitely proved that tonight. You proved that.
All right, go ahead.
But when a lion and tiger mix, the reason why they're sterile is because they're that biology is. Stop messing me up. Their makeup
not compatible.
Right, it's not compatible. So the white man is doing something that's not supposed to happen by nature. So they're not supposed to intermix. Whereas humans are the same species because we have the same biological makeup. So any humans can mix with each other because we all have the same thing. A man has the same functions no matter what race, and a woman has the same functions no matter what race. So you are the seed of your father because you're planting something into that woman. Whereas a tiger or a lion is not supposed to plant something a tiger's only supposed to plant into a tiger. That's the way their makeup is.
To a tiger, right.
And here's how you know scientifically that's the case. If a black man was asleep with a white woman and created a child, then that child should be just as sterile as that tiger is or that liger is that they genetically mix together.
But I made Zahar.
Right. Shut your ass. You understand? So
what you said?
No, he was making a joke.
I was making a joke.
So that's the point.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's how you know that you're the seed of your father, because you can still reproduce children. If it was something where if you mix races and then once you mix races you couldn't produce children, then you might have a scientific point, but that is not science. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, no sir. We're gonna take how many callers we got? Hold on one second.
Like 3 more callers.
Yeah.
All right, we want to try to hold on one second. We'll come back to you after we do these other callers. Just hold on.
All right, that's cool. Handle that. All right.
713-598.
Captain Chaataza, beautiful show tonight, man. I really enjoyed that, man. Excellent
Most High
presentation.
Christ.
Just a sidebar question. Maria and I, we headed to Greece tomorrow. Just want to know, just top of your head, any sites I need to go look at and see, anything that's pertinent there other than, the obvious stuff. So, just anything you help me with from there?
I'm sorry, you said you going where?
We're going to Athens tomorrow.
Athens?
Right.
In Greece.
So, right.
Yeah, bro. I heard they got pink sanded beaches, yo. I wanna go and just chill on the ocean with a bottle.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought the Hellenist came in my head all day, so I'm thinking there's something someplace I need to go see or something that you could just pop out to me. But if we just doing for relaxation, so if that's the case, that's what I do.
I mean, it would be cool, I guess, to soak up some of the sights, but I mean, you might have a better chance of looking inside the museum than whatever they actually have there. I mean, like Greece, started a lot of the whitewashing. If it was Spain, I would tell you go check out the Museum of the Antilles or whatnot, because they have a lot of stuff that they stole on display. Like you could literally go inside there and see artifacts that they took from the natives with the Shield of David and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Even in Rome, you know what I mean? You'd be able to see a little bit more. Greece, they really that was like the pinnacle of white civilization. That's like the birthplace of them. So they really took over.
Yeah, we had a talk before. I've been on those other places. My rib is with the airline, so we get a chance to travel. So yeah, so every time we go somewhere, I'll check with you first. Then. Just so you know. Well, all right, brother.
Yeah,
that's
just be safe out there, man, because Greece is like a white ghetto now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real talk. The Lord is so poetic, because that's where democracy started, and then that's where it started to unravel. You know what I mean? So Lord be with you.
Yeah. So I'm watching my back too. Most high willing that we go. So that's I should preface that.
I'm trying to say what.
But once again,
what Pocahontas' father said, these white men are dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir. So God is with us. I know that for a fact. But once again, thanks for the information. I appreciate it, man. And you guys just keep it up. Beautiful show.
All right, thank you, brother. We appreciate it.
All right, peace. All right, brother.
Isupk, we got a call from the kingdom.
Hey, Shalom, Isupk.
Hey, Shalom, Isupk.
Hey, man, it's always good to witness a legal murder.
Y'all are terrible.
No, man, Captain Chaataza, I don't know why people be playing games, man. You are the Lord's arrow.
Oh, Most High Christ.
And it's always refreshing to see you up there and do your thing. It's like you the secret weapon. You know what I'm saying? Captain Tazaryach just lets you loose every now and then. You like Pandora's box.
Release the Kraken. You know what I mean? That's what I told them. I said I need to just be kept in my little cage until it's time to go jack shit up. You know what I mean?
And that's what you do, Cap. You definitely do that, man. You definitely represent well. You know what I'm saying, for the Israelite School of UPK. We're always proud members, man. Y'all brothers never cease to amaze us. Y'all always keep us in line. You know what I'm saying, to keep us inspired. The only question I have, I'm trying to see, would that be across the line for the Fire Weekend?
In Chicago?
I think so, right?
Man, we ain't doing that. I told the Midwest Monster of Mayhem we are not doing that. And with that said, Cross the Line Radio will be live Thursday in Chicago next week. Yeah, we be doing it. Yeah, we be doing it. If I went out there and didn't do the show, man, my Quad would take me to council, man. So
you got the equipment, right? Yeah.
It's still at my crib?
Car.
Yeah, then I got the equipment. Yeah, I can put it in my car.
I did not pick it up, thank God.
Yeah, that works out. Look at God.
Look at God. Look at he helped.
It was the Lord.
Get off the high land.
Huh? Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Jesus took the wheel.
But that was all I had, man. I appreciate y'all taking my call as usual, man.
Hey, no sweat.
Hey, shalom, about yo, Chaataza.
Yeah, that there was definitely some clips there for tonight. I think that was the last call. You want to take that other brother's last question? We told him we would.
You're in a good mood today.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
I'm in a good mood.
Hey, brother, you back now.
832-276.
Hey, you know I can hear you, right?
Yeah, we know you can.
You know I can hear you.
We ain't saying nothing we ain't supposed to.
We ain't scared, man. We ain't scared. No,
I heard everything
real
you said.
Real talk.
Said that like,
hey, yo, but
what's up?
I guess I get to my last question. It'd be quick, I guess, but it's still the same topic. I'm not going to ask you nothing different.
Okay.
I guess while we had a quick break, I guess I did look real quick, and the female ligers can reproduce, but the males can't. So even if that case were to be, even after that, if she made it with a lion or a tiger, no matter how it may have went, that next creature that comes out of it could never be a true lion or a tiger. When we get to the other animals in the animal kingdom, as far as like domesticated animals, we all know that the animals we got today were interbreeded down to pit bulls, or which are a totally different breed, a made-up breed of dog. So my same thing is, once something is mixed with something else, how could you call it the original of what it is?
But what you're trying to do,
it's been mixed down, it's no longer in its original state.
Hey, brother, you know an animal species is different than the human species, right?
As far as what?
As far as everything about it. You know, we can think, we can talk, we can move, we have a different functionality. Our DNA makeup is different. So even as you add this, even as you say a female animal could still reproduce, a male and female could still reproduce when they mix. Like, I don't know what your argument is. You plant seed in a woman, it grows, it comes out. That's all. I think it's almost sounds like you don't want them to be black anymore or white anymore. If they're mixed, you want to create a different race.
They're not.
Right. Okay.
They're not.
No problem. Lord be with you with it. That's what you're going to go with.
All right.
All right.
All right. I guess you don't got the answers.
I did have the answer. I said you the seed of your father.
I guess you don't got the answer.
One second. I said I gave you the answer. You just don't want to accept it. You want to go you should go have sex with that lion. That's what you should do. Go have sex
with an animal?
Yeah.
Come on, Tazaryach. Well, you got to be bigger than that, man, and offer me up to go have sex with an animal, man. That shit crazy, man. Come on, let's keep it professional, bro. I tell you to go fuck a dog, man. What type of shit is that?
Because that's how
you tweaking, bro.
I'm not, but that's how stupid your argument
is. Man, just talk to me. Even if you don't respect my question, I called you to ask for motherfucking information. Dude, you going to tell me to go fuck an animal, nigga?
Yeah, I did.
The fuck is wrong with you, bro? Chill.
Nothing is wrong with
Chill,
me.
Don't talk to me like that, bro. That's crazy, bro. I'm calling you, and I told you from the beginning, I'm calling you for information. You tell me to go fucking animal.
And you told me, are you hung up?
Yeah, I can't. You acting like a hood.
He told me I didn't have the answer, so go sleep with the animal, man. I mean, what you want me to tell you? I'm sorry, I mean.
Where's that in the Bible?
Oh, that's what you was waiting to say?
Yeah. What did the Lord say?
With that, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight, man. Make sure y'all watch the replay of this battle. Make sure y'all retitle this battle from Test. Make sure that battle gets retitled. And with that, we say shalom, Israel. Shalom.